Hey, welcome to my channel. Here I talk about skateboarding, the artist's lifestyle, and recording music. And I'm on a mission to complete my first album. In this video, I'll show you how I built a recording booth from scratch. Whether you're into DIY projects, music, or just looking for inspiration, stick around. Let's get started. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Another awesome day. I'm glad you made it. So today I just want to talk to you about two things, and that's this awesome booth and song number 8. So the reason I want to talk to you about the booth is because I just put it up. I'm getting ready to start working on song number 8 and getting the vocals laid down and getting some good ideas, and thoughts set up for that, and hopefully get some work done. So I use the booth for a lot of things as far as recording. Sometimes I'll just bring an instrument in there or an amplifier in there and get a little bit more of a direct sound with some mics in there. So I do a lot of things with this portable booth, and I like that I can take it down whenever I want. Sometimes it'll be up for months, especially if I'm really diving into some music or I've gotten a little lazy and haven't taken it down. But when it's up, I really enjoy it just because I can just kind of quickly come in here and just, start getting some fresh ideas laid down on writing songs and playing music. So really enjoy the booth, really enjoy having it set up. I'm having fun getting back into writing some new music. So I hope you're enjoying the channel. Hit that subscribe and like button, share it with a friend, add a comment for sure, especially if you've got ideas that could make this thing better for me. It's actually pretty good now for what I use it. Maybe share links to things that you use that help you get some solid vocal recordings. So I want to talk about building this booth. It's actually fairly easy. Everything kind of goes together. I'm going to put some links below of where I got the diagrams and the plans. But as you can see, it just kind of, it's like playing Tetris. Once you do it once or twice, you can kind of figure out where the puzzle pieces go. It is a little tricky. It is a little time consuming. I believe it took me, with doing it for video purposes here on YouTube, it took me about, 2.5 hours to do. But when I'm not filming and I'm just doing it on my own, it takes me about an hour and a half to film it. There's a lot of things that go into the process of putting it together, right? You gotta have your ladder, you gotta have things all set up here. So it's definitely something I enjoy doing every once in a while, and I really like the fact that I can remove it because it is kind of bulky, it is kind of big as you've seen, and so it's fun just to have and be able to use whenever I need to use it. But as you can see here, my process is kind of slow, but I do it by myself, so I just wanted to show that you can do this by yourself. It's a little tricky. Sometimes things fall on me, sometimes things aren't as smooth as I want them to be. I'm able to get it done by myself. So if you're an artist and you're a solo artist and you're looking for ideas on how to build a booth, there's a lot of guys doing a lot of things out there, and so I just wanted to showcase my booth and how I use it. And as you can see, I'm building the skeleton basically so that eventually I can throw all the other material on top of there. So this is the skeleton. As you can see me inside there, it would probably be good enough for somebody maybe 6'3". Might be a little tight for that person, but once I put it together, I use these bungee cords at the top, and sometimes they help me and sometimes they don't. So I put this booth together, I want to say a good 10 to 15 times, and every single time I put it together, it's a little different. But what I found is that these bungees kind of hold the frame together for me so that when I'm getting ready to throw on the heavy moving blankets that I got on here,
it kind of holds it together for me, even though it falls apart a little bit. And you'll see that here going forward a little bit. You'll see this thing kind of fall apart as I'm putting it together, but I just want to make sure that nobody gets discouraged whenever they're building one of these and is unhappy, because ultimately at the end, this is a great design. Especially for me, I live here in Ontario, California. I'm kind of close to the airport, and sometimes I'll get, dogs barking, or I'll get airplanes overhead. And inside my house, it's pretty quiet. And, sometimes you'll get a car going across by the street or up the street, and those cars can sometimes have some loud exhaust, and this has actually helped me when I'm recording some songs. As you can see, the studio sometimes has a little bit of a glitch there when you're setting it up, but I get through it. So like I was saying, sometimes here on the street, cars have loud exhaust, and it's actually been able to kind of muffle that stuff out in the recordings that I make. So it's a very cool vocal booth if you're interested in it, obviously, right? So it's not going to be for everyone, and there's definitely some other booths out there. As you can see, it takes quite some time. It takes a little bit of effort, and that's why I wanted to do this video, just to show how much time it actually takes. And here's a little bit of what it looks like on the inside there, with the bungees being holding it, and then this is what it looks like with the moving blankets on there. You see how you can open it, you can look out. And then I kind of wanted to showcase the bottom too, so you can step out. You don't have to step over anything. This design's pretty cool, where you can just basically walk through at the bottom there. There's nothing for you to trip on. This guy thought about everything when he designed it. On the floor there, I got some padding that I got from the store. That way the sound gets absorbed from the bottom. And then this is an above view, so you can look inside there, so you can see what it looks like with the bungees holding it up. I believe that those bungees, for me, kind of holds this thing together, especially if I'm going to have it up for a long time. For some reason, when I put those bungees up at the top, it holds the booth a lot better. And the gentleman I learned this from doesn't have that on the video, so I don't know if he glued all of his parts together, but I made it so that I can take mine apart every single time and store it up in the garage in my rafters so that it's out of the way. So this is what it looks like. I throw a light in there, little vintage light look there, and then I throw my microphone, and it's standing there, and then I turn on the light there. So this is my booth.
Well, all right. Thanks again for watching. Hope you like my booth, and hit that subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one.